Hey, hi, hello, little wanderers, and happy Thursday. I honestly, this week has gotten the better of me. It has been so mentally exhausting. It is my first week back on placement, and I am very happy that I am there, but I am so every day mentally tired. I come home, I then stream for a little bit and do lesson planning streams. And then I'm like done. Like, I am exhausted. I did my first lesson with my kiddos today. I did grade 4 gym, which I think went okay-ish. Like, the activity we did wasn't very long or as long as I thought it was going to take. So it went by very quickly, which was fine. My AT said that was okay. And then my grade 8s, or 7 and 8s, they're doing centers, but my AT is having me do like a mini unit with them on descriptive writing, because their next unit is, short stories, like writing their own short stories, because they're working on reading the short stories and characterization and all those things. So that is the next unit. So we're doing a mini unit on descriptive writing, and so I did my first lesson on it and what descriptive writing is. We talked about overused words and like coming up with different ways to say these overused words. That we did blue, said, good, bad, and walk. So there was like 5 of them, which was a lot of fun. They enjoyed it. Some of them did get like a little distracted, so like they needed redirection to come back into the lesson. But other than that, it was good. I actually quite enjoyed how I did it. So what I did is I put it on my iPad, and then I wrote on the actual slide deck what they thought like each term meant. So like we talked about, like I asked them what they think descriptive writing is, and so we went through that, and then we talked about like where do we see descriptive writing, and went over that, and like wrote all that down where they think they saw it. And then we read the definition. There was a little mini paragraph, and we talked about like where within this paragraph the descriptive writing is. And then we talked about the 5 senses and how the 5 senses help us with descriptive writing. And then we did the activity, which they came up with a lot of good answers for it. I have it on my computer right now. I'm going to pull it up because I want to tell you guys some of the answers that they gave. So I also had my laptop in front of me because I had some of them written down as well. So like for blue, they didn't really have very many. They just had like sky blue, ocean, azure, navy, lapis, midnight, and sad. And then for walk, they had stroll, march, strut, saunter, step, move, shuffle, run, jog, stride, moonwalk. Then for said, they had whisper, spoke, talk, verbalize, tell, refer, told, stated, exclaimed, utter, mumbled, shouted, say, mentioned, announced, communicate. For good, they had dude, awesome, spectacular, great, remarkable, extraordinary, outstanding, wonderful, unbelievable, excellent, amazing, best, And then for bad, this one I think was the most. We had lurid, disappointment, fail, awful, evil, disrespect, horrendous, tragic, horrible, cheat, terrible, criminal, horrid, catastrophic, gruesome, discombobulated, despise, harmful, incomplete. And it was a lot of fun. The one thing that I forgot to do was I was going to have them write out one way descriptive writing helps a reader is, and like write a sentence in their books, in their literacy books, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal that they didn't do that because they still had to do their centers for today. But tomorrow we are going over vivid verbs. So for that lesson, we are going over first like the different types of verbs. So the action verbs, auxiliary verbs, and linking verbs with some examples. And then we're gonna do some practice. So I have all these sentences. We'll have all these sentences on the board, and we'll have them come up and circle which one is a verb. So they're gonna circle like the one verb, or if it has more than one verb, like the verb tense. And then we'll have them. Then after that, we're going to go over the verb tenses, so we use different different tenses of verbs in sentences depending on when the action took place. So like past tense, present tense, and future tense. And then we're going to do some practice on that. And to finish off, before they do their centers, they have to do a little quiz for me, which is just going over the different types of verbs with them having to like answer the questions, which it's a 2-part quiz. It's a very quick quiz, like it's multiple choice. It shouldn't be very difficult, but they have to identify the verb/verb phrase and select the verb or verb phrase in each sentence. And then the second one is identify the verb tense used in each sentence. So that one they'll have to do, which I already have that auto set up on Google Form to be like automatically post and everything. So that's just automatically done, so everything is ready to go for tomorrow. I also am teaching grade 2s tomorrow, and we're talking about bullying and standing up. So for tomorrow, we're watching a YouTube video. We're talking about bullying, so I'm asking them what bullying is. We're going over in their worksheets the bullying and that it can happen in like different spaces, like online, at school, at the park, and then I am having them draw me a picture as to them standing up for bullying. The instructions say draw a poster, but I'm just saying draw yourself standing up to bullying, which I'm very excited to see what their illustrations are. And then that's it for like kind of this week's lessons, and then I have a few that I have to plan out for next week. But I don't have very many like right now to plan out. Like I know for Monday, so I'm supposed to be up to 50%, and actually we're not here on Monday. So on Tuesday, I'm doing silent reading and our intro lesson to Raymond's Run, which is their center for next week for the grade 7s, and then I'm going to explain their centers. I'm also probably going to ask my AT tomorrow actually no, she did tell me what we're doing for science for the grade 8s. So I know what we're teaching. I just don't know if she has like any slides or anything that she wants me to teach from. So that's definitely going to be something that I talk to her about tomorrow during our prep period. But yeah, that has been my week so far. I will update you guys tomorrow though after the last lessons, and if I have any updates, especially after the grade 2s, and I'll let you know how that went. But I hope you had a lovely Thursday.